Well, at the end of the day, there's always a relationship between the employer and the employee, such as what happens with educators and the ministry, the state, and any other working sector, working environment. What we've decided to do today, and it's not the president having a dream and saying we're going to do this on Monday. This is the voice of the members of the union. The general council made a decision, and the president is articulating that. What we've decided to do this morning is to withhold our services because we recognize that there's no appreciation of the value and the work that the education professionals would have done for quite a number of years, not just during the pandemic or even now. I would want to very quickly indicate that since 2015, TTUTA submitted proposals for salary negotiations for the period 14 to 17, and it's only in 2020 that the CPO's office reached out to the union to begin that kind of engagement and discussion. Look at the time frame. The CPO and TTUTA previously agreed for previous negotiations and for this one that we would utilize the market survey approach, which is where we look at jobs in the open market and compare jobs with similar skills and qualifications with jobs in the service. The CPO has deliberately moved away from that in a unilateral and very disrespectful manner, and is seeking to impose the 4% that is being imposed on other public sector workers. The reality is that 4% is over 6 years, 002 in the first 3-year period, and then 002 in the second period, 17 to 20, which is not even on the bargaining table at this point in time. What that means is that retirees in the first instance from those periods would get nothing, absolutely nothing, in the face of rising cost of living, fuel prices, which have increased a number of times, etc., and are projected to increase, food prices projected to increase again. The reality is, over the vacation period, and even during the pandemic, as we all know, our education professionals worked tirelessly. There were persons who gave up this vacation period to be able to meet with students, not only the SCA students who perhaps did not appear to have performed well, but their success was relative to what they were able to do, but all students who required assistance and support and remedial work, they've done that tirelessly for the vacation period. Many of our educators have done that. So that this one day, when we decided to engage or disengage our services, they're supposed to send a message. But as we all know, one day is not going to make and break what has happened to students or what could possibly happen. And I would hasten to add that the message needs to be sent that the CPO has to think outside of the box and not try to stick with one modality for how you're going to compensate workers, especially education professionals. And TTUTA has put various suggestions to the CPO in that regard. So the rest of the reflect is to send a message. Listen, we are disengaging for this one day. We know what we have to do to make up the ground on subsequent days, and we've always done that. We've always done that. The working condition and the working environment of the teacher is the learning condition and environment of the student. So it's about understanding.